what you guys used to do with computers, man, like, these guys know their stuff. We had like a lot of passion to take those computer components, put them together, going to these shows to bring in those motherboards and memory cards and white boxes and build them.
A lot of people don't know what computer shows are now.
They don't.
Hold on to your hat, folks, because we're about to kick off another heart-pumping episode of Sunny Silver Linings. Today, we're thrilled to have a true titan of the tech industry with us, the CEO of Five Rivers IT, Sarabjit Singh. With over 20 years of experience under his belt, Sarabjit is a force to be reckoned with, and he's here to share his incredible journey with all of you. But that's not all. Brace yourselves for the insider secrets to retaining top talent in the world of MSPs. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained. Here's your host, the founder and CEO of IT by Design, Mr. Sunny Kela. Over to you, Sunny.
Hi, Sarabjit. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sunny. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I have been looking for a friend who did go to college with me and in the same MSP business. And I finally, I'm bringing someone on my podcast for the first time where my college journey experience was with that person. And that person is the owner of MSP, a local MSP based out of New Jersey. And we met in 1998 when you came to NJIT, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And you guys were much smarter than me, man. When you, Gagan, everyone was like, what you guys used to do with computers, man, like, wow, these guys know their stuff. We had like a lot of passion to take those computer components, put them together, going to these shows to bring in those motherboards and memory cards and white boxes and build them.
A lot of people don't know what computer shows are now.
They don't.
Yes.
And you guys had so much fun at the dorm, and it was like computers all over the place, and you guys are just enjoying putting things together a lot. And that's what I can recall from my memory from our college experience. And of course, doing other things that college kids do.
And I'm still doing it in some sense, right? So I'm still doing what I always enjoy to do. So be a techie.
Yeah, that was always your interest, like hunger, passion. So that I think is a nice segue to the next question, Sarabjit, is that can you share your career journey with us?
Sure. Before I start, I also want to acknowledge the friendship we had throughout the years. And, I'm very proud to see what you have done with your company, IT by Design, and grown that into a powerhouse today that's supporting so many MSPs. So congratulations on what you have achieved as well.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, I started my career in IT with an internship at an ISP in New York City. I think at the end of my third year, and it was supposed to be a 2-3 month gig, but I ended up staying there for about 8 years. Graduated college while I was there and worked on the ISP side of things for a few years. At some point, I started a new division where we were providing infrastructure support to our clients and help desk services and back office IT support, which today is called an MSP. I think that term wasn't in existence back then. In 2008, I decided to go on my own and do this with a pure focus on MSP business. A lot of people told me, I don't know if you guys remember, it was a recession, right in the middle of a housing market crash, and the stock market was all over the place. I was able to take that chance, roll the dice, and I started this company. I believe that was the most critical part of my journey, was to make that decision. I think taking that chance, rolling the dice, I think that's very, very important. And I believe helped me get to where I am today.
Yeah, that's a beautiful journey, Sarabjit. And so starting in 2008, and that's a great insight that you have shared during recession. And that was like a big deal back then. A lot of businesses were not doing well. And you're thinking that, hey, if I can do well in this type of economic climate, it can only move up from this point on because you're going to build Sparta type of environment. And then, of course, you have scaled it to a level where now I'm really proud of this friend who built this MSP and scaled it to the top. Congratulations to you for your growth and your success and the impact that you have made. Now, I want to share your experience with this universe. What are the top 3 life lessons, the entrepreneurial lessons that you have learned that you would like to share with our viewers today?
Thank you for those kind remarks. I don't think I deserve most of that.
Yeah, you're being humble.
So the lessons learned, and still learning every day. I have a aha moment, even running this business every day. The most important lesson in a journey as an entrepreneur is, like I said before, is the ability to roll the dice, right? Take a chance. And that doesn't only happen when you start the business. You have to make tough decisions throughout, right? So that's very, very important. And that has to stay. Other lesson that's very, very important is people you surround yourself with. It's very, very important that you surround yourself with good people and you empower them, right? Allow them to help you succeed. You have to involve them in decision-making process. You have to listen to them. You have to sometimes, go with the majority rather than what you're thinking is right. It allows them to help you succeed. Another important lesson that I learned, and maybe I'll say it in a slightly rough way, is that you have to realize that everybody is in it for themselves. And I don't mean to say it in a bad sense, but everybody is here to get some value. Same thing goes with your employees. You always have to be making sure that you are providing value to your employees. So, that I think is a very, very important lesson that I've learned along this journey.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Great lessons. Now, let's go over those 3 lessons, Sarabjit. And I want you to share something that people can use this thinking, this teaching. What can people do to make it actionable? It could be from a daily habit point of view that, hey, if you start doing this or if you take this action, when it comes to taking chances, especially over next generation, how can they turn that learning into action? Take bigger chances.
Taking chance, and in business, that's usually a financial chance, right? So whenever you have to make a decision, whether it's investing in a new hire, whether it's partnering with a new vendor, right? The way I calculate is, what's the worst case scenario, right? So you have to do these math. You have to do this math constantly when you're doing this decision making. Is it worth taking or not? So
are you saying that take more like a calculated risk?
Yes, 100%. I wouldn't go just on your gut.
Yeah.
Another, maybe a side takeaway, run your business with your, mostly with your brain, not with your gut. But you do need to use your gut sometimes.
Yes. So that's what made you successful. So my takeaway is that take risk, take chances, but do your due diligence so that you're taking calculated risk. Now, people that you surround yourself, you give a great example. That first few hires that you got, they were great people. My father, when I left my village in India, he said, Sonny, when you go there, it will be easier for you to earn money, but it's always hard to earn people. Earn people and money will follow you. So obviously you have done something to earn this team, this people that you surround yourself with, right? A community that you surround yourself with. So what is actionable there? You can let people know that how to attract right people, what to do to retain them or earn them for long-term friendships and partnerships.
Yep. People work for 2 broad reasons. One's money, and the second is career satisfaction. Are they happy with their job they're doing today? The environment, the actual work they do, and what's the growth opportunity? Make sure that the current environment, they feel happy about coming to work, and then, give them opportunities to grow. And again, you got to strike a balance, right? Every person has a balance, and it's very individual. So you have to cater to each employee, what works better for this person, especially at the inception of your journey. And the other thing is share the money you earn, right? They have to know that you are sharing it with them, right? To some degree. It's a good validation of what they are putting in and excites them to keep going.
Yeah. So now let's move on to the third point, Sarabjit. It's our job to create value for people that we work with and people that we serve. What can be done so that people are not only taking this lesson as a learning, but there's something that they can do to be more intentional, to be more impactful in this area?
Right. So for employees, like I mentioned before, what can you do to bring value to your employees? So help them grow in their career, help them learn new things, put them through training, and allow them to be part of your even risk-taking, right? Involve them in decision-making process. Share what you're trying to do with your business as much as you can involve your employees. They feel more valued. And they are creating value for you, and then you reciprocate in terms of giving them better compensation, better position in the company. So all that makes them feel valued, and they will create value for you. So it works in both ways. On the client side, I think what you have to do to show the client, and I wouldn't say I do that perfectly. I don't think anybody does really, but we all try, is you have to continuously do and show the client the value you're bringing to them. We have clients where we have weekly interactions, monthly interactions. Make sure you go to these meetings. All this will help you when you go to them for contract renegotiations, when you want to propose a new solution. You will gain trust from them that, this company is continuously doing something for us, doing something better than they did. That's very actionable. Have it on paper. Email it to them, whether it's a PowerPoint or Excel or whatever format you choose to present what you have been doing for the client. Make sure you do that, and make sure you not just say it, put it on a piece of paper and send it to them.
Yeah. No, that's a great point with the QBRs, like internal overall reviews with your team members, but from the client point of view, having that touch point to understand the value that you deliver, because sometimes customers don't even know when their servers are working fine, their applications are working fine, and they're like, why I'm paying this company? But they don't know like the work that goes behind it. So it is our job to make sure that we present the value prop on a regular basis and remind them the value that we provide behind the scenes. Their business is their uptime to everything else that we're supporting the business, right? So having that rhythm is very important. Is there any structure that worked for you? Like, do you did on-site now, especially with the COVID? Like, how do you make sure that you have the right structure, right strategy, right rhythm to do this effectively?
It's funny, the entire list you mentioned, we have some flavor of that. So it's customized to the client, right? So we have our TAMs doing some of them, our CAMs doing some of them, I do some of them. It really depends on what you do for the client, what kind of client it is. The general format is what has been done since the last review. Let's say it's quarterly business review. You show what has been done, what's the delta of improvement from last time, and what is your roadmap for the next quarter or the next few quarters. How you present it is different and customized based on the client. Some clients, we are dealing with CFOs, right? We're presenting this to CFOs or CEOs. So the format's less technical. It's more business oriented. When you go to present to CFOs, CEOs, keep it high level, what it means to their business. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So okay, so where is your MSP going in the next, just kind of in a brief way, if you can share your vision, your 1 year or 3 year, what are you up to? Just bigger picture.
We are investing in business growth. We are, trying different things. No one has a silver bullet to how they can grow their business, right?
Yeah.
This year we have really laid out a roadmap of how we're gonna grow our business. All right, we're trying to venture into state, local government. We are also trying to do more in compliance. So that's a big push we have for 2023, and then for I'm sure it's going to be a great area for growth for next few years.
Yeah, so you are basically exploring new markets, new way of entry to different sectors or channel. So great to see you on my podcast, Sarabjit. Thank you for taking the time to come to my podcast and share your learning, share your thinking with the universe. And I truly appreciate your friendship. I truly appreciate, whenever we kind of do something together in terms of business as well, or at least explore those synergies. And I truly appreciate you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
Thank you for watching Sunny's Silver Linings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.